Hey, what's going on, everybody? I hope you're all doing well today. We are back with another Starfield weapon mod review. This time, we are checking out the Roger 45 by Silly Goose. This mod costs 300 credits, and it boasts about 640 different customization options, which is pretty crazy. But we're going to try and cover everything and show it off and see what it's all got to offer. A lot of very nice detail there on the model. Roger Prescott, Arizona, USA. So it's kind of got that old Earth weapon thing going on. That type of thing tends to be a bit hit or miss for me. I tend to prefer weapons that are a little more sci-fi'd up, but I'm open to an old Earth weapon. Actually, one of my favorite, the old Earth shotgun is probably like one of my favorite weapons in the game. I think just by virtue of the fact that it's one of the only pump actions in the game. I don't know what Bethesda's problem is when it comes to pump actions. So here are the firing sounds. Sounds very beefy. I like that. And yes, it uses the 45 ACP rounds, which are pretty rare. And oh, that's that. All right. That's the melee attack. Sensitive trigger. So let's have a look at what this thing all has to offer. And wow, okay. Reticle color, trigger skin, accent, 2 accent skin options, projectile sound. Really? Oh, that is very cool. I gotta say, you can make it sound like the pump shotgun. What the? Okay, I kind of like that, I gotta admit. I have not seen that before. I mean, I'm sure other weapon mods have done that before. I haven't played every single weapon mod on the creation store, so but that is different. All right, we're gonna head back up to the top here, and first and foremost, laser sight. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different colors. A lot of this stuff is listed on the mod page. So just in the interest of keeping this video at a watchable length, I don't think I'm gonna show every single color off in excruciating detail. Just have a look at the aqua, some of the colors that are a bit similar. I just want to have a look at that. Just there's your aqua, there's your blue. Okay, that's noticeably different. Amber, yellow. Yeah, see, I don't know why, man. The amber and the yellow in all of these mods always look exactly the same to me. I'm not really gonna knock it for that, just because there are so many options. If some modder out there can come up with a way to differentiate amber from yellow, they would be goated for that. But I think I'm just gonna go with classic red because it matches my doohickeys and some of the accents on my character's outfit. Optics, we've got iron sights, reflex sight with a cross reticle, and float. Okay, what's that look like? There's the reflex sight. There's the float. I kind of like that. It's, you know, it makes it feel a little bit more science fiction having like the floating thing like that. And I just wanted to see, we can change the color of the reticle. Okay, hold on. I want to try. Let's change that to red just because it'll be noticeable. All right, there we go. Okay, it's a little bit small. I think I'm gonna try changing that to a different type of reticle. You can kind of see them there. See up there on the weapon as displayed. All right, so let's sort of. I don't really see that one. Looks like that one's showing up for me. Hold on. Okay, so okay, you can see it from this angle, but for some reason it's not showing up from the angle you actually need it to. See it there. All right, so that's interesting. There's reticle 3. It seems like all the other ones work. Kind of cycled through most of them at this point. Okay, that's the sphere one. Again, some of them are a tad bit small, but some people will like that, so that could just be a me thing. I'm burning through neon here. I better make my choice pretty quick. Okay, that's the Crimson Fleet one. I'm not sure why that's Crimson Fleet. I was wondering if that wasn't like a Crimson Fleet skull. That would be pretty sick. Is that a symbol that appears on a Crimson Fleet thing in the vanilla game? I don't recognize it. But I kind of like that one better. It's bigger and more noticeable. There's 7. I kind of like that one. I think I'm just gonna stick with that one. And I do want Again, I like the floating sights. They're very cool, but I'm going to stick with a reflex sight just because you can change the color of it. I want to show off all the different color options and everything. So muzzle brake 1 and 2 with the same stats but a different look. That's cool. I like, obviously, I'm a big fan of having lots of different attachments and different looks and different meshes for everything. So that's very cool. All of these seem to be different meshes and everything. That's awesome. And okay, they have different requirements. They have additional perk requirements. This one requires pistol certification 2 and ballistics. So I like to see that. I like to see increasingly powerful tiers locked behind perks. That's a very good use of the game's perk system. Okay, what do I want to... I like that one because it's like square and it matches with the slide and everything. I think I might actually go for that thing. Yeah, lots of different suppressor options. I think I might just go for that muzzle brake just because I like the boom. That's cool. Magazine and battery. We've got armor piercing rounds, depleted uranium rounds, drum mag. I don't like drum mags on pistols. That's just a me thing. Not a criticism of the mod, just kind of just my personal taste there. Electromagnetic beams, stun organics, damage robots, and I can't crap. Okay, that requires incapacitation. Interesting. Can't do that one. Gut buster rounds. What the fuck? Nasty rounds that upon firing into an enemy explode out the back into a burst of shrapnel. That's fucking cool. Very different, very unique. That's not a vanilla effect, I don't think. I love when mods add unique effects and attachments and unique things that you wouldn't see in a vanilla weapon. That's the sort of thing that makes paid weapon mods worth it, in my opinion. Penetrating Tesla rounds. Incredibly powerful rounds that can pass through multiple enemies, charged with electricity, and leaves your victims with serious wounds. Special project. I can't craft those yet, so I need to invest in fucking special projects. Penetrator rounds. Okay, so those are, I think, the highest damage rounds, and penetrator rounds, those are vanilla. Tactical cryomag. Cryogenic infused rounds that can pass through multiple enemies, slows and leaves your victims with frostbite. Uranium punch drum, built using depleted uranium. These rounds can penetrate any armor, vastly increases ammo capacity, concussions, concusses and staggers at the cost of aim down sight speed, fire rate, accuracy, and reload speed. So lots of different options unique to this weapon that is not present in the vanilla game. A+ on that. I like the gut buster rounds. That sounds very cool. Internals, hair trigger, high powered, high velocity. That's vanilla stuff. Just go for high powered. Semi-auto, binary trigger, and I don't have the freaking components. God damn it. I need to just spawn myself. I need to just sit down and spawn every freaking component in this game. I'm gonna go for burst fire, actually. Let's see what that sounds like. Damage people's ears a bit. Okay, that's that may be a bit much, but you know what? If it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing, so I'm gonna overdo it. Okay, colors, we've got aqua 1 and 2, black, blue 1 and blue 2, and they don't have any resource requirements or perk requirements, so that's very cool. I like when skins and stuff you are dehydrated. I know. Most colors, it seems like, come with multiple options, a more muted and a more bright version of each. So we've got blue, green, orange, pink, purple, red, white, and yellow. Okay. I'm just feeling kind of basic today. I don't know. I think I might just go for that black. Internals, this is all that free lanes crap. And we can change the color of the reflex sight as well. Okay, so, and we've got the same color options. Go for black 2. I might come back to the colors later. I just want to kind of see what options I've all got before I make my final choice. Trigger skin. Aluminum. Go for like a silver kind of look. And you can... Bronze. Ooh, the bronze ones look kind of sick. Shiny and chrome. Copper. I actually like some of these copper ones. Gold. 8 different colors of orange for the trigger. 8 different colors of pink. 8 different colors of purple. 8 different colors of red. I give mad props to the author for going all out with the customization. This is very cool. I wish this was done more often with mods. I think I might just go for that chrome trigger there. Accent. What have we got? Oh, okay. See around the muzzle there and on the laser sight. That's changing. 5 different aquas, 5 different blues, 4 different bronzes, chrome. Okay, my character is starving to death. Yeah, I kind of like that dark red there. That's cool. Oh, the white again, man. This is tough. You can do a lot with this. I really like this. I really like the amount of we're approaching like Red Dead territory with customization options. Okay, accent color 2. Okay, so okay, it changes the studs there in the laser sight. I think I'll go for that chrome on there and have that match the trigger. Does that look cool? I don't know. That looks all right, I think. Okay, custom CP1 slide skin. Oh, okay. And you have to go down here and change the slide first. And I'll go for black 6. I'm pretty sure that's the default. You can even customize the rail that comes with the reflex sight. I'm just gonna, how about black 5, why not? Not the most imaginative pistol, I'll grant you, but I like it. I'm in kind of a basic mood today, and it goes with my character's outfit. That's the most important thing. Oh, you know what I forgot? The muzzle skins. Oh, it changes the color of the barrel. Oh my gosh, dude, that's fucking awesome. Okay, I'm gonna make that chrome, and then I'm gonna, I want that to be, okay, black 4, laser skin. I'm just gonna scroll through all of these here. As you can see, just once again, buckets of color options. And finally at the bottom here, the advanced, the quality level, all that free lanes, whatnot. I'm just gonna crank her up to superior, why not? Oh man, that's pretty cool. This character doesn't have ballistics maxed out, so it's like the only weapon skill I don't have completely maxed, or at least the default damage modifier ones. Oh, nice smoke effect too. Look at that on the bullets. I didn't really notice that before. And there it is, all done. I gotta say, and there's even like look at some of the details here on the laser sight. There's a power button. Like I said at the top, unless I chopped it out because I think it was stupid, I tend to prefer, just on a personal level, I tend to prefer weapon mods that look a little bit more sci-fi. But I gotta say, this weapon really won me over, and I do like small compact pistols, you know, sometimes a lot bigger than big honking ones. But yeah, this mod is a lot cooler than I thought it was going to be. Seems like it does pretty good damage as well, but I think it's time to put it through its paces on that front. So I'm gonna go somewhere and find something to shoot with it. Catch up with you when I do. Be right back. All right, here we are on Kazal again. This has kind of become my go-to place for shooting. Oh boy. Oh geez, I forgot to buy rounds. Fuck. Oh, look at that. I found some extra rounds under that rock over there. Yeah, that's what happened. I see some heretics up there. I heard these zealots have been disemboweling heretics on Saturday, and the serpent commands that you only do it on Sunday. So they're gonna have to die for that. You'll worship the snake right, or you won't do it at all. God damn it. Alright, so this thing is pretty damn beefy, actually, even for a character without... These guys are decently high level, so... yeah. Burst fire is always the way to go, in my opinion. I mean, it's kind of the most OP firing method. Where's the rest of them? There's always a bunch of them around here. So, I'll be honest, okay, that's with the sound effect and the burst and everything, this gun is very fun to shoot. It'd be probably a lot more effective with a drum mag, but like I said, I don't like drum mags on pistol. That's just a me thing though. Some of that's just subjective opinion. There are a lot of, I don't have a whole lot wrong to say about this mod, honestly. Pretty much every quote unquote, you know, critique or criticism has been some like thing that comes down to personal taste, honestly. There's really nothing objective that I suppose the only thing I could maybe say about it is the number of barrel options in terms of like different meshes and actual options is very good. All of the sights and the the reflex sights all look exactly the same. But again, it's kind of made up for the fact that there are just so many customization options and color options with this mod, and the fact that you can have a floating reticle or, you know, the reflex sight. It just didn't. It was more than made up for, in my opinion. I always like to see lots of different meshes and stuff to go along with these mods, but again, like I said, in this particular instance, all the different color options on all the different parts and stuff more than made up for that, in my opinion. So, oh boy, that one means business. Oh god. Okay, they're coming for me. Okay, I'm gonna bail. All right, and with that, I'm gonna leave you for this episode, guys. Personally, I like this one. I would recommend it if you're looking for a new pistol in this style. Look, a lot of people very much like, you know, the old Earth weapon style and, you know, things that look more like real life weapons. And if you're looking for something like that, I would highly recommend this weapon. I think it's worth the asking price of 300 credits personally. But what did you guys think? Share your thoughts down below. If you want more Starfield content, subscribe. I'm going to be covering some new Quest stuff that came out recently. It's been too long since I posted a Quest mod review, and I'm going to be kind of ramping up production of the Starfield content because, look, a lot of you guys seem to like it. You know, not to sound like I'm motivated by stuff like views and subs and shit, but a lot of my subs have come from Starfield content, and a lot of you seem to enjoy it, and it's nice to be appreciated and to do something that, you know, is of value to people. You know, I'll be getting back to a lot of the other content that I'm trying to make in other areas, but I don't want to leave you Starfield enjoyers hanging, so I'm gonna kind of bump that up in the production schedule going forward. So stay tuned for that if you want more Starfield content. All right, guys, peace. See you next time.